we have your names first?
Michael Kelly Smith.
Dean Davidson.
You just released your second album, Boys in Heats. But before we talk about that album, maybe we should talk about some of the history behind the band.
Well, in the beginning, we made a demo tape just to get a response from record companies. And we used to rehearse at this nightclub in New Jersey where they have a little recording studio and all. We did a couple songs just to get an idea. And the band was like a couple months together at the time. And then when we finished the tape, we had an idea of just putting it out on cassette like that and see what would happen. And then we sold like 6,000 copies, you know, just on word of mouth and all, you know. It spread around, and then next thing we knew, like fan mail and all start coming from all different parts of the, everywhere. And then from there, it got us the showcase for different record companies all up and down the East Coast. And then we lucked out about a year later with Columbia Records. So
How come that you appeared on the front cover of Kerrang before you released your first album?
It was because of the independent cassette that you spoke of called In America that we did. It had 7 songs on it. They had gotten a hold of it somehow, and they really liked it, and they wanted to do a review on it. And I guess actually a couple of people at Kerrang magazine really liked the band. And I don't think our album was out, but we were signed to the label at that point. And they just really believed in the band and wanted to, you know, help us out, I guess. And they gave us a cover story, like a feature story. And we're told there's going to be another one shortly for the new album. I think in a couple months we're going to have another feature article in there on the band. So we're real pleased, and, you know, thank you, Kerrang. I mean, they've been very supportive to us. They've been a big help.
Yeah, they gave you 5Ks.
Right,
That's the best of your first album.
Yeah, the first album was a 5K review, and the new one has a 4K review. So we're real happy.
Yeah.
We're just excited about the new album, and we're very excited to be in Europe. We didn't have the chance to come over here on the first album, and, you know, we're just glad that we were able to this time.
The songs on the demo you recorded, are they on your first album, Britny Fox?
6 of them.
Yeah, six of the 7 are on the first album. 1 didn't make it, and that's that.
That's about it, yeah.
The Britny Fox album sold very well. It went platinum in the States, didn't it?
Just about platinum. It was certified gold, and it sold just short of platinum. But we're hoping that the new album will, you know, create enough interest for people to go back and check out the first one and increase the sales of it.
Yeah, because the promotion of the band is just starting to kick in now. Like, people are just starting to catch wind in all of the band now on the second album. So a lot of people didn't know about us in the States either. So it's just starting to catch on.
You also had a couple of very successful singles, Long Way to Love and also Girlschool.
Actually, they weren't very successful as singles, but they were quite successful as videos. We did videos for those songs, and they did excellent at MTV, especially Girlschool.
Yeah.
And you know, that's pretty much, you know, what gave us.
Yeah, the new album's more leaning towards real singles, like radio type singles, you know. I mean, you could call them singles. I don't know what in Europe or the States is different with singles, you know, but singles in the States are more or less like when you turn the radio on, you're sick of it. It's on like every 5 minutes, you know. So, no, pretty much the first album sold on the strength of the name, word of mouth, and videos. And magazines and all the tours, yeah.
We also toured with Poison and Rat, and we did, you know, a short tour with Joan Jett as well.
Lita Ford, did you?
Yeah, Lita Ford was on the Poison tour for a while, and then she left to go on to the Bon Jovi tour here in Europe. And at that point, we stayed on it, and it was just us and Poison for a couple months. So we were fortunate to get real good tours, you know, on the first album, and on this album, we're here touring with Alice Cooper, which is great because we're all, you know, big Alice Cooper fans. And we'll be here until Christmas, and then we go back, and then we start with Kiss in February in the States. So we're really, you know, thrilled about that also, because Kiss, you know, was a major influence on us.
Quite a few people are wondering, where did you get the girls for the Girlschool video?
They came from actually different places.
Yeah, they were all like dancers, actors, models, you know, from different rock videos from other bands even, you know. They just, a lot of girls tried out for the part, and director, he picked all the girls.
Okay. What was the first single you released from the Boys in Heat album?
Okay, it's a song called Standing in the Shadows, which is the first song on side one, and we already made a video for it as well. That's doing quite, you know, it's doing real good on MTV in the United States, and hopefully it should start here soon. And then when we go back to the States, at the end of December, we're going to, you know, rehearse for the KISS tour, and we're also going to shoot a second video for a song called Dream On from the new album, and that will be released in February as a single and a video. So watch for that too.
You've done a couple of cover versions for Slade, for example, and also Nazareth.
Right.
How do you choose which songs to make your own version of? Do you think the original version is not very good, or?
I know we think they're great. No, we think they're great. That's why we did them. And in fact, we thought they were so good that a lot of the newer audience today, like younger people, just buying albums now, might not ever have heard of Slade or Nazareth or heard of those songs in particular. So therefore, we felt that they were such great songs that we would want to bring them back and give them another chance at being heard.
Yeah, there's a lot of kids that miss out on them type bands. It's nothing like it means we're influenced by them. We'll always do a remake on each album. Of bands that we were into, or whether it's a good song or somebody that just has to sound right.
You just released a video as well. Year of the Fox. Is that right?
Home video. It's available everywhere, and it has our first 3 videos from the first album, Long Way to Love, Girlschool, and Save the Week. It also has a live song from Japan. We played there last New Year's Eve with Bon Jovi, Rat, and Kingdom Come in Tokyo, so there's a live version of Long Way to Love on there. And there's also a lot of backstage and on the bus and just kind of like on the road footage. It kind of just gives, a glimpse at what the band's all about. It's about 25 minutes long.
Documentary, like a documentary type thing on the band.
Hi, this is Dean Davidson from Britny Fox.
And Michael Kelly Smith from Britny Fox, and you're listening to Rough Stuff.